Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about APIs. What are APIs? Why are they so important? And how do they work? Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of APIs. Let's get started. What exactly is an API? API stands for Application Programming Interface. I know it sounds pretty technical, but let's break it down into simpler terms. Let us use an analogy of a restaurant. You have you as a user, a waiter, and a chef. So we have three primary people in this scenario. Think of an API as a waiter. Your waiter is your messenger. You are the user, the chef is the server. You have a menu that has a list of all the dishes that the chef can make. When you place an order with the waiter, he doesn't make the food you ordered, but they take your order and relays your message to the chef. And when it is done, he brings back your food. So you got your food and it is up to you now how you want to eat it. In the same way, an API takes your request to the server and brings back the data or functionality you asked for. Don't think of API as a huge complicated thing. It is simply the ability of one software to talk to another software. Doesn't matter what programming language you use, JavaScript, Python, PHP, Java, C, all modern programming languages support APIs. Now let us see an example of an API in action. We use apps like DoorDash, Uber, Lyft. In all these apps, we are able to see a map. If we order an Uber, we are able to see how far our Uber car or Uber driver is. Do you think Uber has set up some satellites of its own to get the maps and track locations? No. If not, then how does Uber get all this information? Uber gets all this information from Google Maps. Uber cannot access the data from Google Maps directly. There is a security layer in the middle, which is an interface or a program that further interacts with Google Maps and gives back Uber the information it requested. If Google Maps doesn't allow it to give back the data it requested, then it will give an error. So we can think of API as a messenger. Now, why are APIs important? Well, they allow different software systems to communicate with each other. This communication is crucial for the modern web and apps we use every day. For example, when you log into a website using your Google account, that website is using Google's API to authenticate you. So that website will receive a token that yes, this user exists and this is their email ID and these are the other credentials. Now, this also raises the question of security. If an app is giving access to its data to other applications, how is this taken care of? This is taken care through API keys. API key is a security code, or you can think of it as a password that is given to a developer trying to access data from certain systems. Some APIs have no API keys, but mostly APIs have a key. Some APIs are free to use and some APIs that provide access to invaluable data are paid API keys. So there is a monitoring of all the activities through API keys, that how the data is being accessed, and there are rules on how and what requests can be made through a particular API key. Now let's talk about how APIs actually work. At its core, an API is a set of rules and definitions. These rules determine how software components should interact. When you make a request via an API, you are sending a specific set of instructions to another program and it responds with the data or action you requested. APIs typically use HTTP requests to communicate. The most common types of requests are GET to retrieve the data, POST to send data, PUT to update data, and DELETE to remove data. Finally, how can you use an API? Well, most APIs require you to sign up and get an API key. This key is like a password that gives you access to the API's functionality. Then you'll need to write some code to send requests to the API and handle the responses. We can discuss all these technical details in another video, as in this video, I just wanted you to have a basic and clear understanding of what exactly APIs are. And that's it. Now you know what APIs are, why they are important, and how do they work. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more tech tutorials and explanations. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover, drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.